I am waiting for our special guest, Miss Kaysee Williams of Young and Vibrant Tutoring. Hey, all right. So I just need you to request to be a part of the live and we can get you in here. Just request, Kaysee. It should give you that opportunity. And we are going to have a wonderful event talking about ways to keep our children motivated through the finish line. So we definitely want you to hang on. Yep, there we go. And here's we're going to invite her on. Miss Kaysee Williams, thank you so much. Hopefully she'll be coming. Now for our YouTube watchers, you can't see this. I don't know how to get her on here, but you will be able to see it on my Instagram, but we will also make sure that you can look at it, at least me, on YouTube. Hey Kaysee, how you doing?
Good evening. Good evening.
Welcome to our week 15 of Raising Confident Kids. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Absolutely. And so, again, everybody, if you don't know who she is the founder of Young and Vibrant Tutoring. And you can just tell us about yourself real quick for us.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Kaysee. I am the founder of Young and Vibrant Tutoring. And what we do is we take struggling students and get them to reach their highest potential of becoming a confident reader and actually master those skills. We do it a little bit different. I'm really big on building rapport with the students. And when it comes to our tutoring session, it is personalized. So there's many ways on how you can learn. There's many ways how our brain operates. But what I bring is differently. It's really it will be a learning experience.
Absolutely. And we love that. And I like the way that you mentioned the confidence part, because confident readers are much more successful, and building confidence in kids will get them to do everything we want them to do in school, be successful, be willing to take risks, and also get them to where they need to be confident, successful adults. So just to let everybody, absolutely. So we are in month 4. This is the final stretch, and we want to talk about how ways to get people motivated. And I'll just tell you, motivation drops so many ways. I don't know if in your tutoring practice you get to see it, but school is harder, especially now than at the start of the year. Kids are tired. I know some schools, they may be just starting. I know in our district we're in at the end of the second quarter, which is almost halfway done with the school year.
Okay.
Pressure is high, and confidence could be tattered by now because maybe kids aren't scoring as high as they want to on tests, and maybe they're having not so great grades on their report card. So talk to us about your practice and what you've seen and how this impacts children and what you do to help bring them up, and hopefully these will translate to things parents can do as well to raise the confidence of their kids.
Awesome. Yes. So hear me well?
We can, kind of, sort of, but you're getting pixelated, so I don't know if that's your connection.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. And while we're waiting, I think she just clocked out, you guys. I'm not sure, but while we're waiting for her to come back in, hey, drop in the comments. What do you do to keep your children motivated? What are some of the biggest things that you're hearing your children say? And we'll talk about some ways to get through that hurdle as soon as she gets finished telling us what her practice helps us do and what she sees.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is it better now?
It's better, yes.
Better. Okay, awesome. Okay, so motivation. That is a hot topic. And one thing I do, especially when it comes to learning, and parents, you might be a little questionable about it, but give them a choice, but not a choice to do whatever they want. Give them what I call an academic choice. And so when whatever assignment that you are doing, especially for like the little ones, is it okay? You can read.
You clucked out again. Okay, there you go. Say that one more time. We didn't quite hear you. Hey, everybody.
Okay, so I'll start like with the little ones, the pre-K through about the 3rd grade, giving them a choice. So it's like, hey, do you want to read the paragraph or you want me to read the paragraph?
Oh, I like that.
Because it's both motivating in regard to, because their skills for listening is very important,
absolutely,
especially for that comprehension. And then also for them giving the choice of, hey, I want to read. Then once that happens, celebrate the small wins.
Absolutely.
A really good way to motivate children is motivating them when they do something wrong. Because we have to train their mindset of thinking, oh, when I do something wrong, I'm supposed to shut down and get furious and get upset. It's like, no, you made a mistake. Now, how can we use our skills to improve it? So that's just, I kind of really get into the brain chemistry of it. Like, hey, I know you struggle with making a mistake. Well, let me open the doors to motivate you that you're going to make a mistake, and I'm going to congratulate you for making a mistake. And that gives us the momentum to recover quicker.
I like that, especially in the classroom. I see some children, like, they'll be in tears. I'm like, I used to teach middle school, so I am not used to these tears of these elementary kids. And so it's just like, it's okay. We learn more from our mistakes. And one of the things I tell the children, I'm like, if you're always, and even adults, if you're always doing things that are easy, things that you know you're going to get right or be successful with, you ain't doing enough. So, I mean, be happy that you made a mistake, because that means you're doing something challenging, and you'll grow from the learning that you get from it. So I love that. Absolutely. So, and it's just so important for parents to realize that we have to teach them that emotional strength, that emotional resilience to overcome adversities. I mean, some kids, they get a B and they're like, I remember, oh my goodness, kids would get a 90%. That is still an A. It's not a 100%, but it's an A, and they are all over the. I'm like, what are you talking about? You got the A. It don't say A plus, great job on the report card. It just say A, And so just helping them understand, even if you get the B, you tried your best. So that's all that matters. So let's kind of transition to practical tools parents can use this week to help build their child's confidence and move forward. And I like what you said. Celebrate the mistake, but also talk about the wins too. Like 2 wins and 1 challenge check-in is one of the things. Like, let's talk about what went wrong, but let's also talk about what went right and how we can get more rights done. Yep. Any feedback on that you have for us?
That's good. I definitely agree with that as well. Celebrating the wins and also the losses or the mistakes that you made.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is you touched on a little bit in regarding to that emotional intelligence, the resiliency. So having real life conversations with them. I always use the analogy of a basketball. Oh, wow. A basketball goes down and it automatically comes up. So this week you will have a basketball moment where you're going to be down. Now let's figure out what could we do to get back up.
I love that. That is so profound. And you touched on what I preach. I've been preaching this forever. Conversations with your children. If we don't talk to them, we don't know what they're thinking. Or if they're acting in a certain way and we don't talk to them about why, then we are going to allow them to keep working at that. And then also just fussing and stuff like that, or even just punishment, is not going to solve the issue if you don't get to the root of the problem. So that conversation.
And I want to add on to one more thing. When you're having a conversation with your children, tell them thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me.
I like that.
Thank you for expressing that. Or you ask the question and say like, hey, I was cool today, and they just say good. And then you reply back and say like, okay, what was good about it?
Absolutely.
And they give you explanation. So you actually tell them thank you for the explanation, because those are creating the seeds to want them to do it over and over again. Oh, when I actually speak, my mom says thank you.
Yes.
When I actually speak, my dad appreciates that I describe something.
Yep.
Those go a long way.
I love that. I actually didn't think about that. I do ask the open-ended questions. We talk about like, well, what was the best part of your day? Who did you sit with at lunch and why? So those like kind of generic questions, but require a specific open-ended answer. And then I will add that. I know my daughter might be watching. I'm gonna add, thank you, girl. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate it. So, and then another strategy. Yeah. Another strategy I think that works really well is just when we're going tough. I can imagine some parents have struggled teaching math to their children. I had to get a tutor for my children. Math and me just do not agree. Woo, that rhymed too. That's my ELA coming out. But here's the thing. When you're struggling with your child on something tough, I know taking breaks is super important. Do you have any kind of strategies for parents to do when they see their child being frustrated, but they got to get the work done in just like hour 2, or they're just like, I don't want to do it anymore? What would you share?
The deep breaths are very important. And how I phrase it is that when you take deep breaths, you are giving your brain some love.
Ooh.
And right now, you need some love. You're frustrated, you're annoyed, you don't want to do it. So, yes. So, do it with me. Let's breathe in. Let's blow it out.
I love that. I needed that right now myself. Jesus, that is good.
And then when that happens, and then you say, good job. I'm happy that you did that, because now we're trying to boost them back up. So if they listen to something that you said, do, well, let's reward them. Let's get the dopamine back going so that we can finish this assignment strong.
Absolutely.
And
then absolutely. I like the deep breaths as well. And then another thing that I think really helps kids stay focused, stay strong, stay motivated is keeping a progress board, keeping a check on it. Not just wait till the report cards or progress reports come out. Tell me something that made you proud today, this week. Tell me something that you had to overcome to achieve, but you're happy and proud of yourself. So all those things, just little check-ins. And I have one where we have a progress board. Or maybe you have a dry erase board at home and be like, okay, I got my homework done before 7. I'm good. And then we're celebrating those small wins. And honestly, I just look at it as an adult. What would make me want to keep going? What would make the little version, the small, young version of me? I'm only 21, so what would make me go?
Me too.
So what would make me keep moving when the going gets tough? So that is super important. So that's pretty much it, because we like to keep it short and sweet to the point. But can you tell people how they can reach you in case they want to explore your tutoring services for their children, in case they just need that extra push, that extra, drive with their child?
Absolutely. Well, once again, my name is Kaysee Williams. I am the founder of Young and Vibrant Tutoring. You can find our information on Instagram at Young and Vibrant Tutoring. We're also on Facebook, Young and Vibrant Tutoring. We're also on YouTube, Young and Vibrant Tutoring. The website is www.youngandvibranttutoring.com.
What's the name of your company again?
Young and Vibrant.
I know, I'll just being funny.
I know, right?
I love it. The consistency.
Over and over again.
Absolutely.
So you can find us on any of those platforms. Definitely on our website. You can fill in the contact, or if you're on Instagram right now, just send me a DM and I will follow up. And I would love to take your struggling student to a confident reader.
Absolutely. So again, let's just recap 3 tips that parents can use: 2 wins and 1 challenge. Check in. Micro goals, break up their stuff, say thank you, celebrate the small wins, ask the open-ended questions, have a progress board to monitor success. And then if you need more, get a tutor. Call Young and Vibrant Tutoring so we can move forward. Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is week 15. Next week will be our final week of the Raising Confident Kids series, and we're going to talk about making sure they are in it for the long haul and that we keep our kids motivated, confident, and successful now and for the future. So everybody, thank you for joining us. You can catch the replays on my YouTube as well as on Ms. Williams' channel, and we are so happy. Please share, like, subscribe, and let us help you make the children's future even better. All right. You got anything else?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.